Yo, what's goody yitty yitty, y'all? It's your boy Remo, back with another V-Show. And yes, it's cold outside. Baby, it's cold outside. Yeah. I want to talk to y'all about this chick that I banged. She looked like a thick Kim Kardashian. You know, just like the picture of Kim Kardashian that's on the thumbnail of this video, she looked just like that. And at the time, she was the finest chick I ever banged. Yep. She was a stripper. I fell in love with a stripper. And how I met her was at a strip club when I was staying in my bachelor pad back in 2005. You know, no, like early 2006. And, you know, I had been going to strip clubs for months. And this one particular strip club had some fine chicks in it, you know. The other ones I used to go to had like some skinny, big boob white chicks in there and a few cute Puerto Rican chicks. But, you know, this club that I'm talking about that I met her in, it had some thick chicks. It had chicks of every ethnicity in there. But I thought this chick was Puerto Rican, but turns out she was Italian. And she had some good, you know what. And yeah, it was that good. It was unforgettable. It was unforgettably good. Like Nat King Cole say, unforgettable. She was very unforgettable. But I met her one day by accident because I went into the strip club and I was feeling the bartender. The bartender, she was Italian. I knew because I used to work with her at McDonald's some years ago, you know. But the way the bartender was dressed, she looked like she could have been on the stage stripping. And so I went up there and bought me a beer, and I said, "Yo, what's up?" I said, "Why you ain't on the stage stripping?" Her name was Angel. Good luck looking up a stripper named Angel. It's a whole lot of them. But she was like, "Yeah." She was like, "I'm multitasking today." I didn't really know what that meant until later, you know. So I sit down and I was drinking my beer, you know, by myself. It was packed that night, so I blended in well with everybody. And next thing you know, I look up, and the bartender was on the stage, and she was dancing. So I was like, "Oh, that's what she meant by multitasking," because them chicks make a lot of money at the bar. Once they see you a stripper at the bar, oh my goodness. Them chicks get paid. And so I went up there to tip her. I had a bunch of ones. I had like $25 worth of ones. I threw out like 10 ones, and she wrapped her legs around me, and I immediately started eating her coochie. She had a pretty coochie. So I went to town. I was tongue kissing the cat, boy. I ain't give a damn. And all the other dudes around me was laughing. They was throwing money on my head. They was throwing money on her. Money was landing. They was making it rain on my head. I ain't give a damn. Dudes was high-fiving me, you know. And my homeboy walked in. My Puerto Rican homeboy, Omar, he walked in. He was like, "Yo, I didn't know you could do that." I said, "Me either." He was like, "Man, it seemed like you had too many drinks." I said, "I did." And so me and him started conversing back and forth. We was laughing, having a good time. And so Angel walked off the stage, and this other chick came on the stage that looked just like Kim Kardashian. And she was dressed like a princess or something. She had like a princess crown on her head. She was looking good. And so I said, "Oh shoot." And so I was like, "Damn, I don't want the bartender chick to see me tipping this chick because she might not give me no pussy at the end of the night, you know?" But I got to a point where I was like, fuck it. You know, I was drinking. And so Kim Kardashian was dancing and stuff. I'm like, oh, shoot. So I went up to the stage. They had like a bench where you could tip. So I started tipping her. And like, she came over and took my hat off my damn head. And then she put it on her head. I was like, oh, okay. So then, you know, I was tipping her. You know, she was feeling me. She was rubbing all on my face, rubbing her boobs all in my face. And I was putting money in between her boobs and stuff. And, you know, She it was a topless strip club. They didn't get butt naked. It was topless. So she got topless, and I was like, whoa. She had some pretty knockers with pink nipples. She had long black hair, natural black hair, pink nipples, and I was like, oh shoot, them nipples look like pink pacifiers. I felt like a 2-year-old. I was like, boy, I would love to suck those pacifiers. Shoot, they'll pacify me to hell right on up. So she left the stage with my hat on. So I'm like, damn, and I'm waiting. You know, other girls coming out dancing. I'm like, when this Kim Kardashian looking chick coming back out? You know, it was getting close to 2:00 because you know, the clubs up here closed at 2. And I went to the bar. Last call for alcohol. I went to the bar, and I was about to order a beer, and I felt somebody tap me on my shoulder, and I looked, my hat was right in my face. I was like, oh, thanks. It was Kim Kardashian giving me my hat back. She was like, what you drinking? I'm buying. I was like, I was going to order a beer. She was like, a beer? She was like, why don't you try a gin and tonic? She was like, she told the chick Angel, the one that I ate coochie, 2 gin and tonics. And like, Angel didn't even care because dudes was just throwing money at her. They was complimenting her. They was telling her how good she looked. So she didn't even care about me. I was like, okay, I won't be banging her tonight or tomorrow night. So anyway, you know, she buys me the gin and tonic. I had never had it before. I had gin before, but not gin and tonic. So I drunk it. Next thing you know, I started feeling good, but it was almost time to go. So she was like, what's your name? You know, I said, what's your name? You know, we was talking, you know, I was telling her, you know, what I did for a living, and you know, we was talking like we knew each other for a long time. And then in my mind, I was like, yo, if I can get this chick to come to my house, I know I can, you know, I can bang it tonight, because she was a little tipsy. You know, she had been smoking weed backstage, and you know, she had drunk that gin and tonic, and I was like, yeah, I know if I can get her to my house, you know, I can feed her, you know, small talk her, you know, rap to her and make her spread them legs. As Big Herc could say, make her spread them cheeks so I can bust them cheeks. But yeah, so you know, the place closed down at 2:00. Everybody left. I'm outside smoking a Black and Mild, talking to my homeboy Omar. His cab came, picked him up. So at this time, I was like by myself. So I'm standing there smoking a Black and Mild, and I'm waiting on the cab. This was before Uber and Lyfts. So my cab came. Well, no, a Cadillac came in front of me, pulled up, stopped, and then I saw the reverse lights come on. I'm like, oh shit. I was like, oh man, because I was feeling bad. I was like, damn. To keep it real, I had ate a few other chicks' coochies that night too that came up. I thought it was somebody. I thought one of them chicks told a man or something what I did, and I thought maybe they was about to, you know, back up, jump out the car 4 deep or something, and you know, I thought I was going to have to either fight my way out of a gauntlet or run. You know, I had no other options. It was like 2-something in the morning. I'm by myself. I ain't had no weapon on me. You know what I'm saying? So this car backs up and the window rolls down slow. And I noticed it was Kim Kardashian. Gold Cadillac, had rims on it and everything. And she was like, yeah, you know, jump in. She was like, I'll give you a ride. Where you going? I was like, oh shit. I'm thinking, damn, I ain't even got no money to pay her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, yo, I'm going on such and such. She was like, oh, I live 10 minutes down the street from that. I was like, okay. She was like, jump in. So I jumped in. Oh man, here comes somebody. So I jumped in. Hold on, y'all. Don't worry about it. Happy holidays, okay? Yeah, I'm positive. Okay. Yeah, happy holidays. Enjoy. All right, take care. All right, y'all. So yeah, she gives me a ride home, and I offered her in the house. I told her to come in the house. Earlier that day, it was on a Sunday. Earlier that day, I had made some corned beef and cabbage. You know, she had came in. She was like, "You live by yourself?" I was like, "Yeah, it's a 1-bedroom." I was like, "Look around." She was like, "You sure you ain't got no wife?" I was like, I'm positive I ain't never been married. Shit, I was only like 25, 26 at the time. So, she ate. We watched the 5 Heartbeats. Long story short, she said, can I spend the night? Because she had a couple of drinks. You know, she was smoking weed. And she just didn't feel like driving. I didn't understand it at the time because it was only 10 minutes away. But it was a busy street. So maybe I don't know. Or maybe she just wanted me to beat it up. I think she just wanted me to beat it up. And I'll tell you why at the end. So, yeah, she told me to go to her car and get her bag out of the trunk. So I got her bag out of the trunk. And she had a towel. She had her night clothes in it, soap or whatever. And she was like, can I take a shower? I was like, yeah, go ahead. I said, my house is your house. When I told her that, she got extremely comfortable, you know. She was in the shower for like a half an hour. And when she came out, she had on this black see-through lace like nightgown that went down to her knees. It didn't go past her knees. And she was looking good. She was smelling good. And I said, what you got on? She was like, I got on sugar pear. She was like, she got on sugar pear, dewy melon, ooh la la. I was like, ooh la la. She was like, yeah, sugar pear, dewy melon, ooh la la. This is what she had on, y'all. I'll never forget that smell. She had that on. And you know what's funny? The chick that I banged that looked like Ricky Lake, she had on this too. And I'm like, damn, is this an Italian thing? I think it was just popular at that time amongst Caucasian chicks. You know what I'm saying? Because she had it up, but she had the whole set. She had the body wash. She had the body spray and the shampoo. Cause she washed her hair and everything. She was looking good when she came out of that shower. You know, I buy this just to smell it. I bought it for my girl, my current girl that I got now. But you know, every now and then I walk past it and smell it and think about Kim Kardashian. Yeah. So yeah, she was smelling good. Next thing you know, she fired up another joint, and then she was like, so why you like coming to the club? I said, I just do it to have something to do. I was like, I work and go to school all week. I was like, I'm a bachelor. Why not? And I said, why you like working there? She was like, the money. I was like, yeah, I bet. And she was like, she bartends sometime too. We was talking. Next thing you know, I was in them panties. And like I said, she had some pretty pink nipples. I mean, pretty. And she had a pretty pink cootie cat. Yeah. Her cootie cat was pink. It was clean shaven. And I remember licking, like, damn, that was the first time I ever ate a white chick coochie, and it was the last time too. Because after that, I ain't never banged them. She was the last white chick I ever banged. So, yeah, her coochie tastes and looked like Starburst, nigga. Damn right. I was tongue kissing that cat, boy. And I was thinking about that Starburst commercial too. The pink Starburst is the best ones that y'all save for last. That's what her coochie tastes like. Because I think she sprayed some of that spray down there too. And I was like, thank goodness. Because it was good. It was good, y'all. You know what I mean? And the funny part was we had when we were sexercising, we was sexercising. I was pounding it out for like 45 minutes in all positions. She gave her brother some dome. She blessed me with the dome. I was hitting it from the back, from the side, and then the condom broke. So when the condom broke, she stopped, and I was like, oh, shoot. And then she pulled it off and looked at it. She was investigating, and I was like, yeah, my bad. I was like, that was the last condom. And she was like, well, it's late. We need to go to sleep. So I was like, yeah, it is. I was tired anyway. I was doing all the work. She was high. She was laying on cloud 9, letting me do all the work, but it was worth it. I didn't get a nut. I didn't get get my nut off, but I was just happy to stick it in there. I remember when I first put it in, I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm banging this chick. I just couldn't believe it. She was that fine. She was the finest chick I had at that time. I had some fine chicks, but she was the most exotic that I ever had at that time. And I just couldn't believe she spread her legs and let me beat. She was feeling me just as much as I was feeling her. You know what I mean? Because she could have went home and she could have been with anybody that night, but she chose me. So the next morning she went home. You know, she was thankful. She thanked me for my hospitality. I was like, yeah. Gave her my number. You know, we exchanged numbers. And I called her throughout the week like 2 or 3 times. Left her messages. She never responded. So the following weekend I went to the club. She wasn't there. But it was another chick there that looked like Gabrielle Union that I was trying to get. But all the dudes was trying to get her. She was bad and she was short. You know, I ate her coochie too. And the chick Angel was there too, but it was just too. It was packed that night. You know, it was around the Final Four, so it was packed that night. And so the next week I came, she was there, and she kind of acted like she didn't see me. So I was like, "Damn, what the fuck going on?" You know. And then she glanced at me and then like kind of looked away, like, you know, she glanced at somebody and then look away and act like you didn't see her. That's what she did to me. I'm like, what the fuck wrong with her? But I figured, you know, she probably didn't want to see me right then and there. Or she probably didn't want to know. She probably didn't want nobody to know that we knew each other at the time, because it was packed and there was some ballers there that night. So I was like, okay, so I played the background. So I got up, went outside to smoke a black and mild. She must have thought I left. As soon as I went outside, I heard the DJ call her name on stage. I was like, oh, okay. So I was out there for like a good 10 minutes. And when I walked back in, some dude was at the stage tipping her, and she took off his hat and put it on her head. She did him the same way she did me. So I'm like, okay, all right. So, you know, I just chilled at the bar and I was rapping to the chick Angel, trying to get her to come to my crib, but you know, she had other engagements. She didn't say yay or nay. She said, oh, I got to do this and do that and blah blah blah. So then Kim Kardashian came over, sat next to me. I'm thinking she was gonna chop it up and we was gonna have another drink. I said, yo, you want me to buy you a drink? I said, you want a drink? She was like, nah. She was like, let me ask you a question. She was like, remember when the condom broke? She was like, did you come at me? I was like, nah, remember you the one who pulled it off and investigated it. She was like, well, I couldn't tell if the lube was cum, or I was like, nah. I was like, nah, I didn't. I was like, nah, I ain't coming you. She was like, well, we screwed for a long time. I was like, yeah, it take a lot to get me to come, especially if I'm drinking that gin. I said, you remember that gin and tonic you bought me? I was like, yeah, that's what did it. She was like, oh yeah, okay. And then she went backstage and I didn't see her for the night. So I was like, okay, well, forget it. So after that, I didn't see her again for like 4 years, because after that night, I didn't go to that club until 4 years. I went to another club, you know, and I was banging some other chicks at the other club that was better than that one. So 4 years after that, a couple of the guys that I work with, they was like, yo, let's go to such and such. And I was like, oh, okay. And I remembered, I was like, I wonder if Kim Kardashian still work here. It was 4 years later in November, around her birthday. I remember her birthday was like a week before mine. That's one of the reasons why we went, because it was getting close to my birthday. It was around Thanksgiving. And when we went in there, they was celebrating her birthday. She had balloons, flowers. She was still looking good. This was 4 years later. She was still looking good, and you know, she had lost a couple pounds. She was in shape, you know, because she used to always talk about, you know, jogging and working out and stuff like that. She was in good shape, and I was looking at her. She walked by me, looked at me, but she didn't recognize me, because around that time, you know, it was winter time, and I was all bummed. You know, I had a hat on and stuff. She didn't recognize me. It was too many people in there that night. A lot of people were spoiling her, so she kind of walked by me and didn't even know me. Like, she got on stage and, you know, didn't even look in my direction. And when she did, you know, she just didn't notice me. She didn't remember. You know, she probably, within 4 years, she probably saw thousands of guys, and she only saw me a couple of times. So she didn't know. And then I had a beard, you know, by then, and I was like, man. And then my homeboy was like, yo, you want me to tell her? Because I had told him the story I'm telling y'all. He was like, yo, you want me to tell her who you are? So I was like, nah, man. I was like, fuck her, because it was some chicks way finer than her at the club that night. You know, I was trying to bag one of them, but, you know, 5 dudes walk in, you know, a chick ain't really feeling that. You know what I'm saying? But if I was by myself, I probably could have bagged somebody new, but, you know, it didn't happen. I was already in a relationship with the girl I'm with now. So that's how that went. But, yeah, Kim Kardashian has some good pink starburst coochie. How about that? Oh, yeah. If I could rewind it, I'll do it all over again. If I could rewind it, I probably would have kept going after the condom broke, because she didn't even know it broke until I stopped. Because she was like, "Why you stopping?" I was like, "Oh, the condom broke." I could have just kept going and pulled out and nutted on her, or nutted up inside her. Who knows? I think she was worried because, you know, she probably was scared of getting pregnant or something. Mm-hmm. All right, y'all, it's your boy Rebo. Yo, like and share this video. All right, 1.